Hit that notification and please hit that like button, man. YouTube, please, man, stop playing with my numbers, man. Why y'all shadow banning me? I'm paying attention, man. I mentioned Dame Dash. I mentioned the Haven. A lot of funny moves be going with my numbers, man. All this up and down, up in slow motion and all that, and speed it up, then speed up. Like, come on, man, stop it, man. Stop it, man, for real. But yeah, I want to get into something, man. This Pooh Shiesty thing got me bugging out right now. Me and my little bro right now, we sitting there chopping it up. My brother Q the manager on IG. Y'all make sure y'all go and check that out. Um, it's just a bunch of it ain't mixed signals. It's a bunch of stupidity to be honest. And it's like crazy. And for the life of me, I can't understand why Pooh Shiesty would do something like this. Even got his father involved. I would have told my son, "Are you crazy? I would never roll with you doing nothing like that. Why would I do that? Get a lawyer. We're spending money on lawyers to get you off of that paperwork or whatever it is, opposed to spending money on lawyers to get you out of jail. If one of my homeboys asked me to come and roll with them to do something stupid like that, why would I do that? Never. I'm not going with you. You can be mad at me, lay you to death and all that, but I'm not doing that. I would never ask my homeboys to do nothing stupid like that. It doesn't make sense. None of it. This one right here is the worst crash out in hip hop history, man. Why would I go and do something like that? Why would I ask my friends to go and do something like that? That don't even make sense. It's bugged out. And I'm wondering what Pooh Shiesty saying to himself right now in that cell. What was the alternative? Now he brought his father in. We speak about fathers not in the household. Now we got some fathers that is in the household that do things like what just happened. What was the other guy? Fabio, not not Foley. It was the other guy, man. The father snitched on him. Now we getting ready to see what happens with this one.
Okay, so
Queso. Like this is it baffles me, man. So now we got Pooh Shiesty, man, was at the top of his game. He ain't have to do none of that. He was getting money, had the number one record, had the record that was doing NBA YoungBoy numbers, like unbelievable when he came home. What would make a person think to do something like that? This is crazy. It's crazy, man. And they saying now, and I was telling my homie earlier, man, they gonna start saying Gucci Man snitch. We gonna get into some of that. Y'all see the thumbnail. GTB salute. Once again, snitching. Matter of fact, hold up. Yo, you got that joint. Let me see the Gucci Man joint. They saying Gucci Man did a rebuttal. Q saying it seemed like it's an old um joint that's servicing with Gucci Man. Look, GTB said OG, word in the street is Gucci Man is a rat. I told him earlier, I said, yo, and this before I even heard it. I was just telling my people. I'm like, yo, they getting ready to start saying Gucci is a rat. We getting ready to have some conversation about that. Hold on. Hold Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
They got $1 million.
Hold on, hold on.
Nigga hard hurt, boy. Don't make these niggas happy. These niggas ain't happy on home. Step to me, fuck nigga.
Hold on, I want y'all here from the beginning. This Gucci man.
I'ma smoke you. Step to nigga. Okay, you see me, my wife, you can step to me. I'ma smoke you. You know what's going on with me? Yeah, I ain't gonna tell nobody, not in the police. I don't believe in none of that shit. The only thing I believe in is don't tell the police. Soft ass nigga. It's the only thing I believe in. This is keeping it straight. It's my only rule. Anything else, I don't give a fuck anyway. You know that shit like y'all so inside.
So yeah, that's Gucci saying he ain't saying nothing about nothing. But according to Seti Nash, Seti, you know, everybody knows Seti Nash. I'm doing this under fair use. Seti's one of the podcasts that I rock with. And according to him, he's reading off the paperwork from, I guess it's a federal report, a report from the feds, and he's gonna. I'm getting y'all straight to the part where he's saying, I guess Gucci's real name is saying some stuff, and he's saying basically that Gucci did tell. And then I'm gonna give y'all some more commentary after y'all finish hearing this, man. So let me turn it up so y'all can hear it. And I'm gonna let y'all depict out of it.
The target suspects, so all this shit was already done. So y'all gotta know that whoever told, which is gonna be revealed soon, told way before a whole bunch of shit had been.
Oh, listen, I'll be right
so
back.
MMDP and RD, all persons knew Williams Jr. by both his legal name and the name under which he performs. Pooh Shiesty is a verified Instagram account, and the individual depicted throughout the accounts matches Williams Jr. MM and RD described. Now check this out. This is snitching. Right? They don't make no paperwork or none of that shit. MM and RD describe Williams Jr. as wearing a black Nike brand shiesty mask, black hoodie shirt, and black pants during what? The offense. An online search of Williams Jr. matched the individual depicted throughout, Pooh Shiesty. The victims identify Williams Sr.'s Instagram account as Mob Ties Global. Then guess what? Photographs on the account refer to William Sr. William Jr. as father and son. Right. MM, BP, and RD all identify right. A well-known hip-hop artist known as Big 30 as present during the offense. MM and RD identified his Instagram account.
And Big 30 is the father of Pooh Shiesty, which he was a rapper back in his time too. Is who Big 30 is.
As CEO of Big 30, which is verified by Instagram. The account contains photographs of Wright with Williams Jr. and Waters, and investigators located a Facebook account associated with Wright depicting him with Williams Jr. and Waters. MM and BP identified KD as a nickname for Waters, described him as Williams Jr.'s right-hand man. MM described Waters' attire during the offense as a black hoodie with white stripes down the sleeves, which matches an individual captured on surveillance video at the offense location. Investigators matched Waters' driver's license photograph to the individual depicted throughout KD375X. So y'all can see all of this shit. But yes, Gucci Mane snitched. He told. Goes on to basically tell more other individuals and all of this stuff and everything. And it goes on to basically, I'll just read this shit, man. On surveillance footage from the offense location, the individual believed to be Rogers can be seen exiting the building carrying what appears to be the Louis Vuitton bag. MM reported stolen on January 15, 2026. So he told him on January 15, 2026. Rogers posted a video showing him wearing a Rolex GMT Masters 2 Batman Rolex with an oyster steel brand that appears visually similar to the watch stolen from MM, who provided investigators with photographs of receipt and serial number from the stolen watch. Additional posts, Damn Fool 375 shows Rogers wearing shoes similar to those he wore in that offense. So here he go with all of this shit. You shining. MM identified the Instagram user Twin CMO as an individual who choked, scratched, and wanted to shoot him during the offense. Investigators matched Glover's driver's license photograph to the individual depicted on the account, and Wright's criminal history revealed a prior arrest with Glover. So as you can see right here, January 11th, 2026, 9:30 a.m. A story featuring a large amount of cash, a Rolex visually similar to the stolen one from MM, and a location tag in Dallas, Texas. Why is this date important? January 11, 2026. Because right when Gucci Mane got his ass back home, he snitched. He told. Now, I was told in this where I got wrong. Hey, bro, man, the police did all that telling and all that shit. Nah, Gucci, you told too. January 11, 2026, 6:12 p.m., a video showing individuals visually similar to Rogers and Gibson flashing large amounts of money and a.
And y'all notice Teddy Nash was basically trying to say, Gucci going to say that the police that was working off duty as security at the time, he's going to be the one to say, he's going to be the one that told. Said he's saying, nah, Gucci, you told too.
Watch, and you can see right here. January 17, 2026. They just not giving a damn, bro. January 19th shows Glover wearing a necklace with a 1017 pendant that appears.
And these guys is actually wearing the watches, the jewelry, and posting it online. Everything. What is our culture coming to, man? Yo, my bro, like, I'm confused, man. Like, this is crazy to me, man.
Identical to the one stolen from BP. This is insane. These are the dumbest cats ever. BP identified the individual he knew as Baby Slime 375X as present during the offense, describing him as short, younger black male with a darker skin who wore a shiesty mask and beanie and held BP and others at gunpoint. A December 20, 2025 Instagram story posted by Twin CMO tag Baby Slime. Memphis investigators identified Baby Slime as Court A. Johnson from previous gang investigations. So yeah, bro, we'll just continue on. These are the same cats, bro. They just going through and they giving y'all the descriptions, basically letting y'all know where they go. And him over here telling every goddamn thing, it is what it is. So yeah, eyewitness, basically all this shit, surveillance footage and all of this shit and everything. Yeah. Eyewitness accounts state that that Williams Jr. brought RD into the recording studio and demanded RD sign a release contract. Eyewitness accounts also placed Williams Jr., all of this shit and everything, but it just goes on to say exactly what the hell actually happened. So based on the facts set forth above, there's probable cause to believe that on January 10, 2026, in Dallas Division, Northern District of Texas, all these cats conspired to.
So basically, he's saying Gucci Mane snitched. Real 723 said, was you paid it full? Yes, I was. I've been getting that a lot of people lately. A lot of people got good eyes, man. Y'all can tell. That's what's up, man. Salute. Salute. So yeah, saying Gucci Mane snitched, right? I'm trying to wonder, how do people that change their lives become a snitch? Now, if you, I guess, Chat GPT it, I don't know. I always get a lot of backlash from snitching. Snitching is when two, three, four, five people do a crime together. How many other people is down with it? When they do the crime, ever tell on the whole scheme of the crime, so they can go home and other people go to jail. That's how I grew up knowing about snitching. Now there's new rules to the game. There's a lot of people that just be on this internet calling people snitches and yeah, you a rat, this, that, and chiming in on the comments. They don't even be outside. Never been outside. Y'all don't even count to call nobody a rat, a snitch, or nothing. Especially if you don't know the facts or if it's true or nothing. It's been times people come up here with fake paperwork, people come up here and say people are snitches, and they don't even know if it's true or not. If you call a person a snitch in their face, that could result in bodily harm or possibly death penalty without knowing something is true like that. Always have or always at least see the paperwork in your hands and know that it's real paperwork. Not nothing you see on these internet streets. I don't want to believe nothing I see on internet streets that I gotta look at it and dissect it because they'll slow it down for you on their podcast and all that. I'm not doing all of that. And then I call a person a rat. I'm not doing that. Now, this was a robbery. This was a robbery. And I'm going through as slow as I can. This was a robbery. And people that got robbed, people that was held and couldn't leave, now they turned into a kidnapping. People that got choked out almost till they passed out is what they saying allegedly, and which turns into other charges. Um, just so happened it's a celebrity that this involvement has something to do with. How does it become a snitch, a rat? How? I'm just trying to figure out how. Now, reporting a crime that happened to you, taking the stand and speak about what happened to you, which you will be a witness for the state or the prosecution. Maybe y'all will understand that word. Why it's not they are a person that reported a crime, a person that was a witness for the state and spoke about what happened at the point of time of the crime. Why everybody want to run to quick that that's a snitch? No disrespect to Seti Nash. Rock with Seti Nash. I like Seti Nash. Love his work. Very clever guy. Very well spoken. Very great at what he do. I'm trying to figure out when you are a rapper that used to be a street dude, that means that follows you forever. You could never, if you left the streets alone and said, I'm not dealing with the streets no more, I'm rapping now, or I'm a music exec. But you might be telling your songs and what you used to do, and you don't play, but giving it to the audience of his peers of where he or she came from. Now, something happens to them where a person rob them, jump out on them, they catch them sleeping because they not in that street life no more. So that means rap is considered street when you go legal, but you can't get locked up for rapping because it's not legal. I mean, because it's not illegal. It's considered legal. Somebody said the issue is leaving the streets but still glorifying the lifestyle. What would be considered glorifying the lifestyle? Break that down for me. Glorifying the lifestyle. Because rap is an art. So it's like you painting a picture. You might paint things that you know in your mind and that you see. You might rap about things that you used to do. Not saying that you still do it. See, it's a difference with these young YNs. They rap about stuff that they still do right now to this day. Rappers back then talk about what they used to do and how they would do it if it was like that. They're not saying I still do that. So, and that's a fact, like you said, a statute of limitations. So really, they can't get locked up for it or nothing. So they paint a picture of what they used to do. Big Sting said narration and glorification are different. Right. So if they showing and talking, I mean, if they are rapping about what they used to do, that doesn't solidify that they are glorifying it. They just letting you know what they do. Now, it's also called if you poke the bear. I could be selling cars. I could be driving dump trucks. So if I drive dump trucks and drive cars and I'm a legal beagle now, that and somebody rob me, jump out on me, nobody wouldn't care because I ain't a rapper. It ain't all over the screen. But if that person that drive dump trucks, that sell cars now, that work in an office, that drive mail trucks, is that is and he gets robbed or something, and he report the crime when he have to say I got robbed, this and that, and give the the information, is that considered a snitch? But he might still be with his homeboys and say, yo, somebody robbed me, man. I don't care if I'm on a mail truck. If I know where they at, I'm gonna go get at them. I'm going to get at them. Or you might say, man, I done changed my life. I'm driving mail. I'm driving a mail truck. I'm selling cars. I'm driving dump trucks. I ain't even in that world no more. Why would I? Why would I go ahead and get back out there to go and look for this person to actually kill or be killed? When I said I left the game alone, that means they got to get drugged back into it because somebody robbed them. Does that make it fair? That's it's a catch 22 now. And the only thing we doing now is now I leave my job that I'm getting paid good money for to get back into what I really left. I made it out, so I didn't get locked up. If I did ever unalive people or harm them, I left the game alone. I'm chilling now. I'm repenting to God because I might have unalive people. Now, so being that I'm legal, but I used to do that, and I say I don't even want to do it no more. Somebody robbed me, I'm gonna report it. That means I'm a rat. Who made that rule up? Right? It's equivalent to a person going to jail 20 years for selling drugs. Probably was a head buster out there, unalive people. He did his time. Jail is to rehabilitate, right? So now he went to jail, did his time, got rehabilitated, came home and said, I'm never doing that no more. I learned my lesson. The police and the law, the prosecutors, the government, everybody showed me I'm leaving that alone. But now he leave it alone. He's working legal. He's trying to find a good legal job. not a construction, something good and legal, because he went to school in there and got his diplomas in there and everything and won a good job. But guess what? He can't get a job because the felonies follow him. The felonies make him stay where he's at. Right now, they are trying to create the law to take that law where people that own companies cannot even pull up a person's record for a felony. So if you hire them off of good standards and who they are, good resume, and that's just that. Don't worry about their record. But that's just what it is. But people that come out as felons look at it like, man, this is so messed up. I can't even get a job because I'm a felon, and it stays on my record because I used to be, but I'm not that no more. I went to jail and got rehabilitated. I don't want to be that person no more. They need to stop that and take that shut that law down. Why the streets is not looking at it the same way, shutting that law down. Big Stan said Gucci didn't denounce his previous lifestyle. Though, what you mean he didn't denounce his previous lifestyle? He's a rapper now. He's actually with his woman, and people saying that woman done changed him and made him be something that he ain't no more. That ain't the same Gucci. They want him to be the old Gucci. When he was out there wild, he had left. He's chilling with his wife, period. So he did denounce it. And once you are really a rapper and you are chilling and you're not outside wilding out, shooting up stuff like the YNs do and tell on themselves in the records like Pooh Shiesty basically did, allegedly is what they saying. You don't have to denounce nothing. It's just obvious what you're doing. Period. Once you get in the rap game and you're a star anyway, once you get in the game, period, and you ain't even gotta be a big star, you are doing legal things now. So how is it different from being a felon and we mad about it and we can't get a job, opposed to being a rapper, a actor, and we used to be in the streets, but now we gotta accept that if somebody come and rob us, we gotta get back into the streets. But if you are a rapper, you're speaking the lingo of what you used to do, telling your stories and all that. They just saying, I would if I ain't get no money, I go back to the street robbing. If this rap thing don't work for me, I get back in the street robbing. You mess with me, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. A legal person will tell you that. If you mess with me, I'm gonna do something to you. Come to my house, act like you're a legal person that never even been in the streets to tell you that. But it's called don't poke the bear and wake the bear up. Because if you wake the bear up, they might come back out gun blazing. But when you are a superstar, how they gonna come gun blazing back at you? That's the meaning of you ain't supposed to tell nothing. Big Stan said, I'm not speaking on his woman or any of those things. I'm speaking solely on the fact that he wanted to maintain his gangster persona while not actually living it. How is he maintaining it when you just seen him on a Breakfast Club with his woman, speaking about how he be at home with his son, is what I'm saying to you. He never speak about his gangster persona. And if he's speaking about anything, he probably saying, I'm a man, don't bother me. And anybody saying about when Jesus sent the guy to get at him and he, God bless RP, the guy, that lost his life, but he was sent there and Gucci protected himself. So that ain't being gangster. That's being protecting yourself, man. He said the lines will remain blurred until you draw a line. when do the line get drawn? You can't draw a line according to the street resume. This street resume of yours. You a gangster. You can't tell nothing. So now I'm gonna tell y'all what line that it do draw.
It's simple, man. He hasn't partake in.
Talk to him. Hold on. I'm gonna give y'all something. Hold on 1 second. Talk to him. Q. It's simple as what?
It don't have to be denounced verbally. The man hasn't partake in street activity in some time. So if he hasn't partake in street activity in some time, does he literally have to say? Because if you think about it, also too, legally purposes, he may have told them like, "Hey, I don't do certain things, or I don't partake in certain things," and then him going on record saying, "Hey, I'm not doing the street shit no more." It's kind of saying is admitting guilt. So why would you do that when you can just not participate in street activities? Actions speak louder than words.
Facts. Just leave the streets alone. And that's my point. He left the streets alone. He ain't been around in the streets in a long time. Period. So that don't even matter. So my point is, so now, if you are a person like Gucci, you ain't seen him in the streets in a while. As well as a lot of rappers, except for a lot of these young cats. We're talking about the older cats that was in the streets, like Gucci, like Jeezy, all of them. They ain't in the streets no more. So something happened to them. What they supposed to do? Get they guns and start looking for people and in every neighborhood and all that. When they left the streets alone, it's common sense they're not in the streets no more. But because somebody got supposed to be street rules, especially people that ain't even really in the streets, never been in the streets, not from the streets, never even thought about being in the streets. And now they in this internet stuff and they can talk as if they are from the streets because they hear street people say it. Even some street people ain't really doing nothing street and not gonna go look for nobody if something happened to them. They get their heads smacked off and they go sit down somewhere. That like it doesn't it don't it doesn't resonate. Not only that, only thing that does is give a person that's a stick up dude a pass to go at a person that they know changed their lives and is not in the streets no more. So being that this person he's a rapper now or she a rapper now, changed her life, he can be outside sneaking and looking around or setting the person up to go and get at them and rob them for their jury and hold it up on the internet like Pooh Shiesty and them did, which was some of the craziest things that anybody could ever see in rap history right now. Holding the chains up to say that they robbed this big superstar and all that. But he get out there, go out there, look for the dude. What they gonna do? He gonna bang out with him, either lose his life, take their life, then go to jail. That's ignorant for our culture. This whole, all of this stuff is stupid. It don't even make sense. Now, like I've been told people, only thing I can look at a person that speaks to the police about them is they reporting a crime. They were scared to go out there and beef. And they said, yo, I left that game alone. I'm not in that world no more. The streets don't have the right to tell me that I'm still in the streets. Where they made that rule up? How smart of a rule is that? That's a rule that will hold the culture back. That rule only applies for guys that's really outside in the streets. They face not plastered everywhere because they can go outside and get them things and get with you. Because you robbed me, I can get with you. I got to worry about nobody seeing me and know how my face looking, but oh, that's also I've been seeing him on TV or seen him on this, the magazines, this, that. I'm just saying. The big stink guy said, how do we know they changed their life? See, I don't know, man. You might hold up, man. Let me read your first other one. So behind closed doors, you can not participate, but in the public eye, you still holding on. The public will still hold you to that. Holding on to what? What are you talking? You gotta make it make some sense, bro. Cause I'm gonna start looking at you like you trolling right now.
Yeah, like basically, it sounds like what he's trying to say is he know Gucci Man for being a gangster,
Right.
and so and for him until Gucci Man said I'm not a gangster, that's what he gonna hold him to.
But that's ignorant. Nobody gotta
Right.
tell you they not a gangster when they not when they on on these talk shows and telling with their wife, telling them how he be at home with the kids, and people wonder why he don't come out no more. Not only that, has not been outside. He ain't have an altercation in a long time, probably since
That
that
nigga is
thing
being
with Ti.
watched.
Period. Facts. And feds watch.
His watched.
Feds watch all big
That
celebrities,
nigga cannot do
movie
shit.
stars, rappers, R&B. Feds watch them. Period. So,
Why
yo,
do you think he had a undercover or a off-duty cop?
off-duty cop.
He can't hire felons.
They keep off-duty cops, and they definitely can't hire no felon. Period. And they're not gonna hire a felon. They'll normally keep a felon around. But when you're at that plateau, you're not having no felons around you anyway with the
Yeah.
toasters, because you want it done right. If somebody get to lose their life around you, it will be accounted for correctly. Because if your friend is a
And it's
felon
gotta be
and
legal.
unalive somebody, they're
It's a
gonna
felon.
say you was a part of it. So
And
it
he's a
doesn't even
felon.
make sense.
So he can't even be around
Period.
unregistered weapons.
And especially if they are felon if they're themselves.
Yeah.
So it's best to stop being around that world. So it's either one, no, it's two things.
Treat like
Either
family. Love
you,
from a distance.
either when the police come, you can speak your piece or say you don't know what happened. But when you are in a position like that, how you gonna say he don't know what happened when it's a undercover cop in there? He ain't undercover, he was just off duty, but he's still active. Police, another person that was a security, a cameraman. It's like,
Especially the cameraman.
yeah, it's like only thing Mike can do is say I plead the fifth. I don't know if you could plead the fifth to the police. You could plead the courtroom. I don't know.
No, you can't.
But you might could just say I don't want to
You
make
have
a
the right to
statement.
remain silent.
Right, I had the right to remain silent. Let me go. My bro Q no. But the end of the day, that snitch word in situations like this is crazy to me, man. For real. I'll check. TV says salute to the podcast, yo. If these allegations are true, salute to you too. Then Pooh Shiesty must be the dumbest rapper in America, man. That's what it's looking like it's gonna be, bro. I just can't see how people just call somebody a snitch. What do you mean snitch? That ain't snitching is when y'all do crimes together and you send the other person to jail. Once again, either the person just scared to take the beef on in the street, or he said, yo, I'm not in that world no more. Who in the world made up a rule that a street person is not supposed to say nothing? I'm just asking. Excuse me, a person that used to be in the streets that changed their life. So if you're a mailman, a work construction, drive dump trucks, drive 18 wheelers, Somebody do something to you, you supposed to get in them streets because you left the streets alone. You went to jail, rehabilitated yourself, come home and said, I ain't doing nothing with the streets no more. I'm done. You're a felon, but the jobs won't hire you because you're a felon. Everybody that's a felon, everybody that's not even a felon, don't think that that's right. That they need to change that law. People with that own these companies can't look into nobody past no more because they changed their life. So why a person that used to be in the streets that changed their lives say, yo, I made 10 million, I made 1 million, I made 2 million. I ain't dealing with the streets no more. I don't want nothing that come with the streets no more. Who said that they can't change their life? I'm trying to figure. Just tell me when that was a rule. How? Like, just tell me. Just tell me, because it's just been puzzling me, man. It's been puzzling me. Because if you're a mail truck driver, a dump truck driver, a 18-wheeler driver, or construction, somebody do something to you, you gonna tell your boss, I'm sick, I gotta stay at home. Because now you gotta be outside to go look for that person that did something to you, that robbed you for your mail truck paycheck. Like, that's what you gotta go do. You gotta get back in the streets. That's what the rules is, and that's in the rule book. But the people that rob you don't get no flack behind it. And they robbing you because they know you work at the mail truck. They know you working at truck driving. They know you driving dump trucks. They know you changed your life. So now they know that they got a pass to rob you. And they know that you ain't going to be able to get back at them. You can't get back at them. But if you can get back at them, they willing to take the risk. It is what it is. But nobody get mad at the stick up niggas. Y'all, these stick up dudes sticking up people that's changed their lives. It don't matter if they rapping, an actor, as well as just being a 18-wheeler driver, dump trucks and all that. It's all the same. They changed their lives. So they get a pass to rob you, hold your jewelry up on the internet, your watch, whatever, your money they took from you after you done changed your life. That's a form of bullying. That's exactly what that is. That's a form of being a bully. And who respect bullies? We don't respect bullies. Rob the dudes that's in the streets, that's not on billboards, that's not in magazines. Rob the dudes in the streets that's wearing the same type of jewelry, riding in the same type of cars that the rappers are in. But they still on that BS. They ready to get with it if you rob them. Rob them, stick up dudes. Cause I know stick up dudes that did rob people that was like that. They did rob people that was getting money and all. They don't care about none of that. They with it. Let's get with it. I needed that. I took that. What's up? But I know dudes that is about getting that money. They don't want no problems. But if you take from them and they didn't want no problems, they gonna come see you. And the stick up dude ain't gonna last long. Stick up dudes definitely don't last long when they think they're gonna run through the neighborhoods doing it to the guys that is getting the money, because the guys that's getting the money, they normally get together and they put a plan together to get rid of the poison that's in the neighborhoods that stick people up. See, it's easier to happen that way, man. That's a fact. But you know, I don't get it, man. I don't get these new rules. I don't get these new rules that's running around here, man. These new rules to call a person a snitch after they get robbed and they make their choice to either get at you or when the police come, they tell what happened, which that turns them into a if they choose to talk to the police, that turns them into a prosecutor witness to reporting the crime. They don't want to be in that world no more. They don't want to. It's like a boxer that was boxing. He nice at it, but he know that like his time is up. He done got boxed up too much. His head can't take no more trauma, no more none of that. He don't even want to deal with none of that no more. It don't give nobody the right to rob nobody because they know they got a pass with the hood. The hood giving stick up dudes a pass to rob people that change their lives. That's messed up. That's equivalent to a man taking something from a woman, from a child. Because when you take something from a woman or a child or an old person and you go to jail, they deal with you. It should be equivalent to that. Where you sneaking people that's working every day, getting paid to be at a club. They working, they getting paid to be at a club. They have to have security for knuckleheads, but at the end of the day, they shouldn't have to worry about no stick up people robbing them and then making them challenge them to come and get their stuff to show the world that they tough. If that ain't some ignorant, urban, crazy mess, which keep us at a lower standard of everything. And we don't check the stick up dudes. Need to check the stick up dudes. I don't, and that's what that comes with a part of the life. That doesn't, man, that don't make it right, man. They don't make it right. They don't make it right. What was that cartel you were saying, Q? The cartel. This is kind of deep right here. When up, it was what 4 or 5 people. They was coupled up, and they went to Mexico.
Mexico to get a dental procedure done, and they got ambushed by a Mexican cartel.
They went over there to get some procedures done, and they went over there just to get regular procedures done. That everybody go over there, Mexico, to get done, and um, they went over there, and the cartel ambushed them. I think what they killed one, killed 2 of them.
Yeah, they killed like 2 of them.
2 of them
But
had the other
they
one
held them captured for a
had
couple
had
days.
2 of them kidnapped
They
for a couple days.
they
I
made the
remember
brother and
that.
sister sleep with each other.
Made the brother and sister sleep with each other. When the head cartel, when they put out, I guess put out the APB about that, and the head cartels heard about it, knowing that the feds was on the radar of that situation. The head cartel was like, "Oh no, we don't play none of that ignorance and what we got going on. We don't do that." They wrapped them dudes up and threw them to the wolves for doing that to American citizens. And these was Mexicans that do it. I'm only saying that to say when stick up dudes do violent, like ignorant stuff, like sneak celebrities and rob them and think that they supposed to come in the jungle with them to fight with them. That's not even a fight. That ain't even fair. How can they do it? So they get a pass to do that? How do they get a pass? to stick people up that they know if they come and try to get at them, they're quicker to get locked up before even the stick up dudes do.
They can Google that too.
Yeah, they can Google it. That's a fact. I seen that. How do they get a pass? I'm trying to make it make sense, man. I'm trying to make it make sense, man. And I ain't no big celebrity. I had a house ran up into, and that's a fact. My homegirl, I was staying there at the time, and all my dudes could speak on it, man. My brother, all of them. That was the house we used to be at. When we come back, it was broken into. We didn't call no police, and the girl that lived there, I had to give her extra money to tell her to chill. Don't worry about that. We can ready to find out who it is. And I was a rapper back then, and I wasn't a big rapper, and I was a face out here in the streets, but people didn't know what I was doing back then. This was in my early days of promoting parties and getting my face out there and all that. But I was more street than anything, so I didn't have nothing to lose on that part. So I was still street, and I could get outside. We ain't called the police. So I'm just telling you this to let y'all know. I'm not just speaking on it just to make a cover up for nothing. Cause I've done it. I get outside and go look for who I need to look for at that point in time. That's just that. But I'm just saying when a person's face is plastered all over TV, interviews, big, 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 big talk shows, how can they go outside and beef with a person that robbed them? What sense would it make right now for two big celebrities to be beefing with each other? I'm just asking. Let's say the police that was in there, that was a police, don't say nothing. The security, the white cameraman, whoever else was in there, don't say nothing. Gucci say, yo, we get ready to get out and get busy. Now Gucci and Pooh Shiesty will be at war in the streets right now, right? Put it in the comments and let me know. What would that be? Two of them going to war in the streets, Memphis and Atlanta. Two, not two states, just the two guys from the states, right? That are big faces. Then what would y'all be saying about Gucci? He's stupid. Why would he be going to war and he knows his face is plastered over everywhere? See him, and it's really a catch 22 with this stuff, man. It's a catch 22, and it's really a pull down of our culture. It's a pull down of our culture. Only way this stuff is gonna stop if people draw the line in the rule book that y'all consider the rule book of stick up dudes, man. Y'all can't be just sticking up and robbing people that can't really get back outside and get with y'all. If that makes sense. Tell me if I'm bugging in the comments, man. If they can't get outside and get it popping with you because they gonna go to jail like that, Because the only thing is going to be instantly both of them going to jail. Both of them. Gucci, whoever down with Gucci, Pooh Shiesty, whoever down with Pooh Shiesty, everybody going to jail. Or hell. Or heaven. So tell me who wins? What we need to do about this situation. Meaning not this situation with Pooh Shiesty, about this whole robbing, showing people jewelry, telling them to come and get it. Yeah, I'm with it and all that. Evidently, y'all are stupid and ignorant. Y'all don't give a damn. The person that changed their life got to come back out of what they changed their life from to come and get with the ignorant part. What's the use of now? Stop hustling. I made enough money hustling. I want to be a singer, a rapper, an actor, a person that owns a store. You own a store. If you own a amusement park, but they bother you, you got to come out of retirement because they bothered you, and now you got to go look for them. Forget the law. Forget everything that's law abiding citizen. Because once you become a person that pay taxes, you're not in the streets no more. You become a law abiding citizen, man. You are not still with the stigma of you a street dude, unless it comes to to stand your ground. That's the only way I could see that. Now you can come out of retirement if that's in your heart, but if you all the way with you ain't with it no more, then you have that choice to do whatever you want to do. I've never done it before, but I can put my 2 cents in with how I see things and why I won't call a man a rat. He got the choice to do what he want to do, especially when he didn't do a crime with a person and he watch people come in there and do things and choke people out. I'm just confused. I ain't a big celebrity right now. Somebody was to bother me, I ain't gotta worry about nobody might can see it was me and can probably pinpoint. I could tell how he walked. That was Boosie, even though he had a mask on. Just certain little things will give you away and get you caught up, and now you done up your life gone, career gone. But stick up men get a pass. Stick up men or stick up men and women get a pass. To rob people that change their lives that's all over the internet. That's so easy for them to do. So now we making it easy for stick up dudes to do that or stick up women to do that to people in our culture. That's a form of jealousy and hate. They see another person got that and they chilling. You think you got the pass or the right to come do it, knowing they can't get out there in them streets and bang out with you, man. So it's easier for you. That's a coward. That's a coward. And I can say because I ain't never did that. I ain't never called the police. I got plenty of times you could have called the police on anybody. We never did that. We get outside. And I'm not saying this to brag about nothing. Yep, skinny old me. We getting outside, period. And anybody asks about me, I've always we go outside, man. either with the hands or with that other things. You know what I'm talking about. Period. And even me, sit back, chill, change my life. I don't got time for the bull crap. But still, at the end of the day, I'm like both sides. I'm in classic movies. I've done things with a lot of the big dogs in the game. I made big money. I've had millions of dollars at 22 years old in my street life. But the big problem now is people trying to act like they making the rules of who's a rat and what is a rat. That sounds stupid. Wanda Barnes said, "Boy, Bull City hustler." Facts, facts. Been in one of the biggest cities in North Carolina where you ain't coming down here playing in the Bull City is where I reside. I'm known for being from New York and the Bull City, Durham, North Carolina. What is it? Bullets by. What's your question? I ain't see your question. It's jumping. I ain't got time to read because I'm talking. But ask the question again. And ain't no anybody coming down to Durham playing, and that's a fact. And a lot of New Yorkers will tell you that. Even my boy David to tell you that. You're not coming to the Bull City playing, man. And I've been down here for years, well loved, highly respected. Used to be in the Mac Dude and all my jury on in my primes when we was out there in the mean streets. Everybody used to run up to me, talking to me, asking me questions. The thugs, the killers, the everything. Big facts. But the kid, because it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. You show love, you get love. Make sure people is eating, you always gonna get love. And that's all I brought to one of the most dangerous towns in North Carolina. Go to Wilmington, another most dangerous town in North Carolina. My brother 738. Charlotte, North Carolina. Down there heavy. Another dangerous city in North Carolina. Show love, get love. It's all about respect. At the end of the day, I don't know who running around here changing these supposed to be laws, but a lot of these people that just sit on the internet and type and never been in the streets in their life and dictate what they hear of the people that really is from the streets. And then some of these street dudes ain't even really street. Some of these street dudes really will tell someone they get caught. Y'all don't make no laws. Who's making the laws about stick up dudes having the right to grab somebody, sneak somebody when they're in clubs, find out where somebody lives, sneak them, and rob them when they change their lives? Their lives has changed. They are not doing that no more. What is the purpose of saying I'm leaving the game alone? I'm not rocking with it. I'd have made 100,000, 50,000, 2 million, 1 million. And now people want to rob you now and then say, yeah, come get it. Now you got to go back to the streets. No, that should be a rule book. I mean, in the rule book. People like that is off limits. You come to jail, you rob the person that changed his life, and we in here in jail right now, and the man left from jail and changed his life, and you robbed him, and now he got to get in the streets. and unalive you, that's stupid. And or you unalive him, and or he go to jail for unaliving you for robbing him. We'll feel sorry for you for being unalive because you shouldn't have did that to a person that chilled and changed their life. Shouldn't feel sorry for no man coming to no jail that did that to a person that took something from somebody and caught them slipping because they were just having fun because they changed their life. They're enjoying the fruits of their labor. And you just rob them and take that's crazy to me, man. You're from NC now, I'm from Harlem. You ever make Ric Flair or anyone? Nah. Rhymes over limit said cold game. It's a cold game, man. It's a cold game right now that they playing out here, man. That's a cold game. Seldom Singh said that's why the streets are loyal to no one. That's a fact. It's not. It's not. Even when they say kids not shouldn't be involved, when you see a man with his girl and his kids, his mother shouldn't be involved. Some people are so ignorant and stupid, which is now this new up and coming movement generation doing stuff to people with their kids and all that, and or their mamas and girls, and or shooting up cars that look like that their rivalry was in, and they shoot the car up, and the rivalry ain't even in there. It's a girl and the kids, and they don't get dealt with when they go to jail. 'Cause they are in there for a murder. Oh, they're in for a murder. Oh, all right, cool. No, y'all need to find out why. Because at the end of the day, when you go shoot up a car and you don't even make sure that it's your person that you're looking for in there, you really was scared anyway. Period. And that's another thing. Just like they hire police that don't have heart and they end up unaliving one of our people because they are scared. And they ain't even gotta be one of our people. They just unalive a person, period, because they are scared. They just want the job for the benefits. They don't recognize you still gotta go out there and get in the mean streets and meet mean people, man. These gang members get down with these gang people because a lot of them is scared too. They want the protection. And they want to just be down with something to say they down with something and act like they tough until the tough part comes in when they do something stupid that they were sent to do and or might do something stupid themselves. They go to jail and then they tell they wasn't tough anyway. It's all equivalent to the same thing. These fake rules and morals is corny, man. Get out of here with that. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing different until you show me something different. Show me something different, man. Y'all robbing people that can't get at you because they are celebrities, man. That don't make you tough neither. It make you a coward. Minute by minute. Appreciate you, man. Salute. Make you a coward. And y'all want to live by this new social media, YouTube stuff that, or if we rob him, he ain't gonna do nothing. You know why he ain't gonna do nothing? Because he ain't gonna want people to call him a snitch. So we get all the jewelry, we post it up on the thing, they know it's us. He ain't gonna come get at us. And he ain't gonna tell the police. So we got free jury, free watch, free everything. And y'all think that's cool? Y'all think that's fair to the person that changed their life? That might snap and say, yo, hold up, man. Ain't nobody never taking nothing from me. Oh man, I don't care if I'm working at UPS, FedEx, driving dump trucks. That's out the window now. I'm going to look for them. No, man. But more than anything, it's the rappers. Now the rapper gonna say, oh no, oh hell no. I'm going to get at this dude. He embarrassing me on the internet. I'm getting ready to go get him. That's two fools. One dead, one dead, one in jail, one in jail. What's the difference? It all boils down to we all looking stupid, going to jail, killing each other, robbing each other, killing each other. It's stupid. Nobody's checking these stick up niggas. Check these stick up niggas. Same way Pooh Shiesty felt that Gucci was doing him wrong by keeping his stuff. He let his ego get to him. His ego got to him, and he made one of the worst decisions ever in his life. Even cost him his father right now. Ego. Who's winning? Pooh Shiesty lost this one, man. Because of ego. He felt that Gucci took something from him. And he like, man, ain't nobody taking nothing from me. And his face plastered everywhere. This is the prime example of what I'm telling y'all. His face is plastered everywhere. Now he just did what he did because he felt Gucci took something from him. Even though they went in there and took stuff from Gucci in there, but look what he went to go get. He went to go get his paperwork signed off. That's bigger than jury and all that. That might have made him hundreds and millions of dollars.